What is do, my NT boys, coming through once again with a new video. And on today's video, we're going to talk about that 29 individuals got extradited from Mexico to the US. This is history, man. It's history. We have never seen Mexico extraditing that many people at once to a different country. And not only that, high-ranking individuals, high-profile individuals that were involved in the criminal organization of Mexico. You might ask yourself, why all of a sudden, man? Everybody has the same questions. Everybody's giving their own story. And at the end of the day, who knows what is the true story, right? So Mexico did a conference meeting and where they exposed why. Or they told their truth. And they're basically saying that the U.S. requested for these individuals, but the reason why it was so fast and they violated their due process was because these guys were about to let set free because of corruption. I don't know, it had to do with some judge or multiple judges, and where something happened, somebody got paid, and they were going to let these guys go free. But that's, according to Mexico, that's the reason why they did everything so fast and send them to the U.S., right? Another theory that maybe the citizens have is that El Mayo had sent a letter to the president of Mexico and asked for her to intervene with the things that's going on with him in the U.S. because he was taken against his will from Mexico. Basically, he was kidnapped, and that's against the law. So basically, El Mayo said that if you don't come and intervene with what's happening right now, I'm gonna expose game and I'm gonna affect the relation between the U.S. and Mexico. So who knows what actually happened. Now, amongst these individuals are high-ranking individuals and founders of different organizations. So one of the top ones that I'm going to be mentioned is Rafael Caro Quintero. This guy actually did 30 years. 30 years in the prison of Mexico. Eventually, he regained his freedom. He went back to the streets, and years later he got recaptured. Why? Because he never went to the U.S. So they supposedly made a mistake and let him be free. The U.S. was mad because of this. Of course, let's not forget about this individual. He participated on a living of a DEA, Enrique Quique Camarena, was very famous. We have heard about this in songs, and we'll see what's going to happen. This guy is facing death penalty according to the U.S., right? Then you have Jose Jesus Mendez Vargas, which is aka the Chango, right? This was the co-founder, or the founder, of the Familia Michoacana. For those who don't know, Familia Michoacana started in Michoacan and eventually it moved to Caballeros Templarios, if I'm not mistaken. Then another one, high-ranking individual, is going to be Miguel Ángel Treviño Morales, El Z40, which was the founder of the Zetas, right? Along with his brother Oscar Omar Treviño Morales, El Z42. Another individual who's high-ranking because is the brother of Mencho is Antonio Cegueda Cervantes, aka El Tony Montana. This is the brother of El Mencho, man, if you know what I'm talking about. Another one who was a high-ranking individual, man, was the Vicente Carrillo Fuentes, aka El Vinceroy, who was the brother of El Señor de los Cielos. All these guys are being wanted for the U.S. and they're going to be going to different courts in the U.S., man. I believe they're going to go to Arizona, Illinois, California, New York, North Carolina, to Washington, D.C., and Texas, man. I believe Vicente Carrillo Fuentes and Rafael Caro Quintero, they're going to be in New York. And that's going to be, everybody's going to be watching that trial, that court meetings and stuff like that. Why? Because they're going to try to give Rafael Caro Quintero the death penalty, which violates the extradition with Mexico. Apparently, Mexico has this rule with extradition, right? So if any Mexican citizen is facing the death penalty on a different country, Mexico will not extradite no Mexican citizens. So if what we're hearing is true, that at least I believe 3 individuals are facing the death penalty, it's going to be all bad, because in the sense that maybe Mexico will not do this again. Who knows, man? But it is controversial. A lot of due process got violated during this process. And high-ranking individuals from different groups, not only these ones, man, different ones, are being taken over to face criminal charges. This is a big win for U.S. and a win for Mexico as well, right? Because these guys were still running stuff from behind the walls right here in Mexico. So once they go to the U.S., it might be maybe different, not as easy as it was over here in Mexico. And finally, there's gonna be some justice for the family of Kika Camarena and the other agent who was unalive in North Carolina. So when it comes down to stories like this, man, I'm just getting the information from the internet. It's not like it's factual. We already know that there's different stories out there. Who knows at the end of the day? But what we do know is there's 29 guys. The due process of these guys were violated, but still they got sent to the U.S. We don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe tell me what you think about the situation. One thing that I'm sure is that this is history, and I don't think we're ever gonna see this again, right? Especially if somebody gets a death penalty. But with this being it, we are out to next video. Don't forget to hit the like, a comment, and of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, go ahead and hit the subscribe. We highly appreciate it. Thank you for the support. To next video. Gracias.